Hello guys, and good day. In this playlist, we're going to be building Laravel crud. And before we start, let me make this clear. This tutorial is for those that are just starting with Laravel for the first time, or those who have written Laravel before now, but they did more of copying and pasting or line by line copying of their tutors work. So basically, this tutorial, this playlist is for those that are just coming to Laravel for the first time. Another thing that I need to make clear is that Laravel, and of course in extension, this Laravel tutorial is for those who knows HTML. So before you can start with this tutorial, you have to know HTML, you have to know your PHP, you have to know your a little bit advanced of PHP, not only basic of PHP. You have to know, like for example, your OOP. You have to know what your class is, what your method is, what your object is, what is interface, static method, and so on, like that. So if you don't know any of these, I would advise you to first start with um, learning learning HTML and PHP, build some CRUD applications, interact with your database from your PHP, learn your OOP. That is what will make this tutorial to be um, of value to you and to avoid frustration. So, welcome, guys. I know if you have been using PHP before, or you have been building PHP applications, you know about starting up with your server, you know about WAMP or XAMPP. So those things will not be strange to you. So let's start. What is Laravel? Laravel is a PHP framework built on the MVC. So PHP is Laravel is built using the PHP, and we make use of the it makes use of the MVC pattern. And what is MVC? MVC simply stands for model view controller, like you have here. This is MVC. The M there stands for model, the V there stands for view, and the C there stands for controller. Now, in order to explain MVC, I normally use a simple illustration. Let's say you go into a restaurant, and you are the view. In this case, you are the customer, you are the view. And actually, when people comes to your application, the part they interact with, your users, the part they interact with is your view, the home page, the form, any element they can see. So you, the customer, in this case, you are the view. Now you when you get to a restaurant, you have a waiter. You call the waiter, waiter, I need so 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 and so. What you are doing is that you are making a request. In web development, in software development generally, we call that request. I need fried rice, I need jollof rice, I need spaghetti, I need so 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 and so. So we call that request. So you make a request, and the waiter in this concept, okay, this is a request. The waiter in this concept is the controller. You interact, users will interact with your application, with your database. But okay, I've not gotten to that. But this is the controller. Now the controller will pick up your request and takes it to the model. So the controller will pick up your request. I'm trying to connect these two together. Coming. So this is still request. So the waiter is taking it to the chef or to the kitchen where everything happens, where your food will be cooked, if the food is available, if the ingredient available. So let's call this, we don't call it the cook. In concept of this, we call it the model. The model. So now the cook will prepare your food using the ingredient that is available and sending what we call response. We call it response. Let me have it here. So we call this response. We call this response, and the response will be sent back to you. I'm coming. Okay, let me minimize this. So it will send in the response, and your food will be served. But in some cases, the ingredients might not be available. So it might serve you food is not available. The response can be anything. It might not necessarily be your food. So that's that, guys. So when people interact with your application, they interact with it using the view, talking about users. They send in request of what they want. And there might be cases whereby the controller doesn't necessarily to come to the model. For example, if you request for a food that they don't serve in the restaurant, let's say you request for pork, and you know some restaurant don't serve pork. So the controller will just tell you, no, I can't see this. This is not available. But this is generally the pattern for MVC. You have the view, you have the controller, and you have the model. So that is how MVC works. Thank you. I hope you get that concept. And we're going to be seeing it as we continue along the tutorial. Now, what are the importance of using Laravel, or just like many other framework out there? So the first one is time saving. Laravel will save you a lot of time. It comes bundles with a lot of commands that set you up, that set up whatever you are trying to do. Let's say, for example, let's take authentication. It's so fast and so easy to set up a secure authentication with Laravel. So in many other areas, it's going to save you a lot of time. And another thing is that it's easy to build a scalable application using Laravel. If you build an application with Laravel, it's so easy to update it, to add more features to it, to scale it in the long run. So another importance of Laravel is it provides you with namespace and interface. So with that, you can organize and organize your application, you can manage programs within your application. So there are many other importance of Laravel which we're going to see as we continue. I don't want this video to extend too long. Some of the important things that you need to know about Laravel. Let's say, for example, package manager, package and library manager, or dependency. Let me say dependency management as a whole. Laravel makes use of Composer. So in case you want to install third-party libraries, like a library for managing your image upload, a library for managing your user role. There are so many libraries that other people built that you can use to speed up development on your Laravel application. So Composer is used to manage the third libraries and dependencies. And in the next video, we're going to be installing our Composer. So another thing that you need to be aware of is the artisan. The artisan is a CLI command tool, is a CLI tool which come bundled with Laravel. And in your artisan, there are set of command that you might want to use. For example, let's say you want to create a controller. It does PHP artisan make controller, then controller name. So there are other things that are bundled into artisan. It's just like a powerhouse. It's just like where you have different commands. If you want to do this, you push this button. You want to make a notification, PHP artisan make notification, then the notification name. You want to make email. So there are so many things so we're going to be using artisans a lot to make so many things that we want to make. It comes with a set of instruction, like I said, or set of command. And generally, people call Laravel developers artisans because that's the key word in artisans, So in our next video, we're going to be installing the Composer, and we're going to be going through. Okay, we install our first Laravel application, which is going to be a crud application. We make it a little bit complex, and I'm going to show you the look of the folders, different folder structures of Laravel. So I don't want this video to extend beyond this point. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for staying with me, and do have a great day or a great night. Bye.